Alright guys, so to keep up on my more basic than basic skill set of falling trees, I suck at it. I gotta take down this tree. It's ugly, it's in the way, it doesn't do anything for snow protection, it's just stupid. Heavy leaner, which is perfect for me to practice Walt Logan's little technique, and he didn't come up with it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my face cut, then I'm going to do a plunge cut and leave a little bit on the back, right? And then nip the back there at the end, so it'll be really nice and safe. So let me try and get in close so that you can see me screw up and make fun of me. The chainsaw to be used today is my Redmax GZ5000. No, GZ5000, my bad. All right, I don't really care about getting it as far down on the stump as possible. I want to be able to handle my saw because I'm a beginner with this kind of stuff. So it's more important to me to be able to stand up and be comfortable than it is to get it as low as possible. This is just a spruce, I think. Maybe it's a hemlock. Crooked as can be. All right. I mean, it's so crooked. It's stupid. Take time here to show everybody what it did. So there's the face cut and everything. I could probably come in a little bit further here, but I don't think there's any need. We plunged all the way through. All we gotta do is nip that backside. It's so totally crooked, but I mean, you know, it's kind of going the way the tree's going. All right, so I'll get this camera back so that we can watch it fall. I would put wedges in there like Walt does, but I don't think there's any need whatsoever. Damn, I'm so manly. Thank you, Walt. That was the safest I think I've ever felt cutting down a tree. That was good stuff. I'm very happy with that. Now for all the trim work, I got a saw that would be perfect for that I haven't ran in quite a while. So let me go back and get something special. Ladies and gentlemen, for your listening and viewing pleasure, I give you the Echo CS4310SX, ported by Mr. Charlie Briscoe, documented at 5 horsepower. Power head comes in at under 10 pounds. Oh yeah. Look at that. All cut up, and as odd as it seems, I didn't cut off any fingers, toes. I didn't cut my femur artery, whatever it is. I'm still alive, and I didn't have on chaps. Y'all need to chill the F out. For those of you out there who are wondering where the really nice 16-inch Sugihara bar that matches this goes, join the club, so am I. But killer little saw, my goodness. I mean, she pulls chain, and it does it at high RPM too. Really nice. The chain that I've got on there is an Oregon semi-chisel safety. It's just your basic Oregon 325 chain. You know, this is work chain, nothing special. But yeah, let's take a look at our big old pile and stuff. That right there, I'll probably take my time with it and burn it in my fire pit right here, you know. because all of that going up at once would be perfectly fine, but it would be a lot. Hello and welcome back to the channel where I'm gonna run this little baby. This is my a Shindaiwa 492. Same thing as a Echo 4910. I have put the good aluminum top handle on it, and it has been ported by Mr. Charlie Briscoe. This is his just work saw build, and then I modified the carburetor and added this A2 Designs air filter kit. Runs absolutely stellar. I don't use it nearly enough. But yeah, the Thunder Kitten. If you guys haven't seen it before, now you have. It used to be a 4910, but I swapped everything over to the Shindaiwa because it's red. I like it better. Oh, better turn it on. The chain is just a simple Oregon semi-chisel work chain. Comments now. It's too rich, lean it out. First time I've ran it up here in New York. stuff is at the stump, and it's very soft and very stringy, and it does not want to split. So it needs a lot of power. So I keep the wedge going this way because I've learned that's where you have the most power. Now as I move along and I see that split pretty easy, then I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot and try to split in this direction. There we go. Let go. There we go. So the point of the story is, if you find yourself in a situation where it's taken all of the power that your splitter can muster, always split where you're pushing the knife, not pulling it. You have more power when you're pushing it. See how that could, see, I would have got stuck going the other way. It's not splitting at all, it's having to cut it. All right there, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The processing of a tree. I'm not exactly sure how this is all going to go. You know, as far as the editing goes, I might make this all one video. I might have individual videos. I don't know. I had fun doing it. I got to say, with making these videos, if you've never done it before, I mean, if you're just doing it here and there, it's not a big deal, but I almost don't run a chainsaw without turning on the camera. Seriously. And I especially don't do a job like this where I cut up the whole tree and everything without turning on the camera. The camera's a burden. I mean, it really saps a lot of the fun out of it. You know, sometimes it'd be nice just to be able to go out there and just cut down a tree and cut it up and all that stuff and forget about the damn camera. But I try and keep the channel going and everything, and I do enjoy that. I'm not going to stop doing that. I do enjoy it. But anyways, what I can tell you is I ran 3 different saws cutting this tree up, and all 3 of them were fantastic saws. I've got some really great saws. Out of that 3 though, the Redmax is great. So that thing, so I've made some changes to it. It got dynoed at 5.4 horsepower. I've definitely made changes that are well documented as giving it more power than what it had whenever it was dynoed. So yeah, what's it putting out? Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. That thing, I can shove it in the wood and it eats. It has a really minimal muffler mod, so it's losing power off of that. I don't care. I don't care. That is my number one. That still is my number one work saw. If I've got a job that I'm wanting to do, that's great. I don't have to tune it. It filter's great. You know, it's got good torque. It's got good RPMs. It's a great saw. The Echo 4310, I find myself not ever using it at all. Like and it's great. There is not a bad thing I can say about that saw. It is awesome. There you go. 5 horsepower, a sub 10 pound saw. It's clean. It's nice. It's lovely. It's really a wonderful saw. The Shindaiwa 493. I wish I hadn't done the carburetor mod to it. I bored the carburetor out a little bit more, and ever since then, it's kind of finicky to tune. So I think that I need to go ahead and just buy a stock carburetor and put it back on it, because it's more enjoyable to run whenever I don't have to tinker with the tune of it. And while it might have made it just a hair faster to bore that carburetor out, it wasn't worth it. And I would not recommend doing that unless you were building a dedicated race saw. There's no reason otherwise. That saw is probably in the neighborhood of 5.6 horsepower, something like that. And it used to run great. But then I modified that carburetor, and it still runs good. It's just finicky and hard to find the tune. And Charlie warned me about it, but I had to see for myself. So I think that I'll end up buying a new carburetor for it. Yeah. But anyways, sure was fun to run all 3 of them, though. I mean, all 3 of them. But out of those 3 saws, if I can only keep one, it's not even a debate. That Redmax 5000, GZ5000, is an awesome, awesome saw. Now that one, if you're wondering what was done to it, I ported it. I ported it like 3 different times, right? That was my learning mule, right? And finally, the last time I got it pretty good. But it does have the crank from a 550 XP with the stuffers, so it runs considerably better than a standard run-of-the-mill Redmax GZ5000, because it's got crank stuffers. And to get those things to really spin up in the RPMs, you got to have those crank stuffers. They run good without them, but not like with them. So, anywho, there you have it. This wood right here, what am I going to do with it? I am going to build a fire in my shop on a daily basis. And whenever it gets going good and the coals are good, I'll grab pieces from here and put on there and burn them and consume them. I don't care if it's green. I honestly don't really even much care if I have a chimney fire, even though I'll try and avoid that. But if I do, I've got an aluminum roof, so it'll be fine. but I don't want a chimney fire, and I'll try not to have one. The barn section of the barn is really coming along, right? This shelf is almost completely empty and ready to start burning. So this shelf right here, there's a couple little things that I've still got to get off of it, but we are ready to systematically chop that up and put it in the stove in the shop and burn it. And that is one more thing that will open up this. Right? Once that is gone, then I'll start doing the exact same thing to all this stuff. Once all that is gone, this stuff. Right? And then once that is gone, I've got it all cleared out. So, and really looking forward to that. Then I'll be able to, like, right there is where Stubby's going to get parked. And all that stuff, Yeah. If I can get this all cleaned out, because that's deep. We're wasting, I don't know, 12 feet of area there. It's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe it's 10 feet, or I bet you it's 12 of just, this is just to me, in my brain, waste. I don't need any of this stuff. So if I can get rid of that, then Stubby will go over here. Beefcake, my Craftsman GT6000, will go over here. I'll install a roll-up door here, and the tractor will be parked right here during the winter months whenever I want to go out and plow snow. And then the backside is my nice like garage. It's got a nice concrete floor and everything. And then once I have that opened up, then like, you know, a cool old muscle car or something like that can go in there. First world problems. Later.